Hi, I'm Kristen Horler, founder of MOMLETA, and I'm so excited to bring to you today another Mom Strong interview. So I'm very excited to welcome Kasey Johnson. Hi, Kasey.
Hey, Kristen, how's it going?
Going well. It's so great to connect with you today. So Kasey, can you just introduce yourself and tell our viewers a little bit more about where you live, how many kids you have, and just give us a little bit of background on yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Kasey Johnson. I live in Frisco, Texas, and I've lived in the area all of my life. Grew up in North Dallas and been in Frisco now for about 15 years. I have three girls, 20 years old, 8 years old, and 2 years old, Kylie, Harper, and Landry. They keep us on our toes. We've got lots of drama over here. And yeah, just love being a mom.
Goodness, I have a daughter who's almost 19, and I can only imagine what it's like having three girls in the house.
Yes, my husband is severely outnumbered. We did have a girl dog too
I was
for a
going to
while.
ask you, do you have any pets?
Yeah, we did. He's like really aiming for the next dog to be a boy. We'll see.
Oh, poor guy. Well, he's such
I
a
know.
So,
I tell him all the time, you'll be well taken care of when you're older, at least.
that is true. That is
Yeah.
very, very true. Well, we are connected, just to let all of our viewers know, because you're one of our MOMLETA franchise owners. And so tell us a little bit more, at least for our viewers, a little more background on how long you've been a MOMLETA franchise owner and how did you even hear about MOMLETA in the first place?
Yeah, so it's crazy, but I'm coming up on 2 years in about a month. So 2 years that I've been an owner. And I actually heard about MOMLETA years ago before I had kids. Walking in a mall, I saw a sign and thought, oh, I'm gonna have to check that out once I have kids. And luckily I was able to find it no problem. And that was 8 years ago that I became a member. And then, yeah, just had the opportunity to buy a franchise and jumped on it.
Not everybody knows this other than you and me, but so when I started MOMLETA almost 19 years ago in San Francisco, one of my colleagues at the gym where I was a personal trainer, her and her husband relocated to Dallas. And within about 6 months of being there, she calls me up and she's like, oh my gosh, we've got to bring this here. How do we bring it? Can we license it? Can we expand?
Yeah.
Where you are, your city, your location was our very first franchise location with my friend Christy. So you're
so awesome. Yeah, OG, I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. And it's so great, to be able to bring this full circle now, especially, we both have girls going off to college. Crazy.
I know, it is crazy.
So what made you decide to go from being a member to becoming an owner?
So MOMLETA has been such a big part of my life. And I made all of my good mom friends, my best mom friends, I didn't know before and met them in class, just, random, started chatting and now we're best friends. We just all took a trip to New York last fall. But I just loved the camaraderie and it was part of my everyday routine, working out and I loved seeing the impact that it had on my kids. So when I heard the franchise was for sale, I jumped on it and thought, I'm here all the time and I love the community of moms and I would love to, lead this group of moms and help grow it. Back to when I started, it was really big. As you said, it was the first franchise y'all had, but it was 100 members or so, and so it's been fun to try to grow it back and just meet a lot of new moms and things like that.
That's great. Well, you're doing a great job, Kasey. And so, obviously being a member, you kind of have this perspective of what it's like to be a part of the franchise. And now, fast forward 2 years later, you're on the other side. What would you say, maybe to someone even looking to buy a franchise somewhere across the US, what would you say your experience has been as far as the top 3 things that you love about being a MOMLETA franchise owner?
Well, one, I love the fact that I get to choose my own schedule as far as being an owner and a business person. I get to choose my schedule, and I get to be with my kids. So I don't have to worry about, childcare or any of that. The great thing is they can come with me. I love seeing the impact that it has on moms. I have so many people, moms and even their husbands, who reach out to me, or when they see me in person, which was a long time ago before COVID, like saying, this has really made an impact in my wife's life or in my life, and I can't thank you enough. Seeing that I'm doing something that's changing people's lives or making an impact on people means a lot to me. And then, just staying healthy and setting a good example for my kids and showing them that mom's not just a stay-at-home mom. Mom contributes to and works, and they totally get it. And I don't know, I think those are my top three.
That's great to hear. And, it's so interesting what you were saying about, setting your own schedule, determining when the classes are going to be offered, when you're going to be teaching versus having your instructors teach. Because what people didn't hear was our conversation before the recording started, which is, oh my gosh, both of us have younger children who are starting school in a few weeks. Are they going to be virtual? Are they going to be in person with everything going on with COVID-19? Are they going to be doing a hybrid? And are we as family members or mothers comfortable with our children doing and exposing them to that? And what a gift that you had the opportunity to make the best decision for your family, not have a career, which honestly, this is why we started expanding in the first place, was, you being able to prioritize your family first.
Definitely,
the most important things to us and our values as an organization. So it's great to hear that as you're trying to navigate these difficult times. You don't have a boss saying you have to be in office Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and you have to travel. And not that people are traveling much right now.
Yes, no, I know, but it is very, very liberating to be your own boss and to be able to set your own schedule and decide if you want to be in person or virtual or both. Or
I think a lot of us are both right now. With classes at least, and with school, being able to make the best decision for your family and for each of your children too.
I know we got the wide range.
That's for sure, you do. So if you didn't, let's go back 2 years. If you didn't know about MOMLETA, if you didn't become a franchise owner, what do you think you would be doing right now? Would you be working? Would you be a stay-at-home mom? Is there something else that you think, oh my gosh?
I was kind of, I was looking for something to supplement my family's income, just to feel like I was pitching in. I was an event coordinator before, corporate event planning, and so I would travel a lot. So I knew that was something that I couldn't do long term with young kids, nor did I really want to be away from them, a lot. My husband travels too. So I don't know. I would probably just be a stay-at-home mom, still trying to find that perfect niche of what I wanted to do. But
it's probably a hard time to try to navigate right now what you might be doing, because if I asked you this question 6 months ago, maybe the answer would have been different. Or coronavirus, right? Yeah. Everyone's getting a little creative right now, regardless of what we're doing and how we're doing
it.
Yeah. So what not every listener knows is that to be a MOMLETA instructor, you do need to be a nationally certified fitness professional. So personal trainer, group exercise instructor. So tell us well, actually, you already answered this question. You were an event planner.
Oh, what I did,
Were you an event planner after having your youngest, though?
No.
Okay.
So I started staying home when my middle one was 2.
Okay.
So so 6 years about.
So an event planner up until 6
and
years.
even I kind of I still traveled with them occasionally and did like contract work for them as needed. And I also did I've worked for a nonprofit for many years, volunteering and planning like fundraisers and things. So I did that kind of on the side here and there, but nothing like full time.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that, I love hearing more about our owners and our instructors' background, because 95% were not fitness professionals before. I mean, I had even recently made a career change, right before having my daughter too.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I think it was really interesting to go through the process, because I will tell you, it is no joke. As you know, it was a lot harder than I thought, in a great way. I mean, and that's what I love about our program is we don't just have a MOMLETA certification, we have to be nationally certified. And I think that kind of is what helps set us apart, because not every fitness company requires that. So,
what was the first certification that you obtained?
I got the group fitness instructor, certified group fitness instructor.
Was that with AFA or?
AFA,
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good.
So I felt like I was in college again, studying.
Yeah.
That's harder than.
Every week I get the opportunity to speak to potential owners, potential instructors, and you've taken the test more recently than me, so I'd love to hear if this resonates with you. I feel like getting that national fitness certification is kind of like getting your driver's license. Like, you just kind of need to get through the material, learn what you can, retain what you can, but then what you really need to know is how to be a defensive driver, how to practice, how to help a mom when she says, oh, I can't do lunges, I have bad knees.
Yes.
You do with that information, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of on-the-job training, and y'all do a great job of MOMLETA supplementing what we learn with the group fitness instructor certification to actually apply it to real people in doing exercises that moms, might struggle with and things like that. So
do you feel like you have learned a lot and grown a lot as a fitness professional in the last 2 years?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
So we're going to back up, if you can even remember what life was like before March of this year. And you mentioned it's very different. If you can think back, I know you mentioned, you said your husband traveled or travels a lot for work. You've got 3 girls, you've got different places to be, teaching in-person classes. So I'd love for you to just paint a picture for us of what life was like December, January, February, when things were normal. And then fast forward to how they are now, because of the moms I speak to each week, some moms are like, nothing has changed. My husband worked from home before, he works from home now, I teach classes. It's just, for some people it's not changed, and for other people it is like the world has flipped. So tell us what life was like before and what life is like now with the family.
So life was a lot more hectic, I would say. My husband travels probably 60% of the year. So there was a lot of times where I was single momming it, but luckily with the 20-year-old, she's always super helpful. But so he would travel, and then getting the kids off to school and getting to MOMLETA classes and things like that. So now, and then obviously we were always busy on the weekends with birthday parties and play dates and mom's nights and all kinds of things throughout the week. So our lives have definitely slowed down a lot since then.
Are you enjoying the calm?
I am. There's a lot of things about it that I like. So my husband has not traveled since February, and that's good and bad. No, we joke, but being in the house all the time together, it's close quarters sometimes, but we manage it well. So he's been a trooper with me having a virtual class like right outside his office window, or doors, and the music and stuff like that. But now, I mean, we don't have a lot of plans. I mean, we are starting to social distance, do some get-togethers with other families that we know are doing the same. But yeah, no traveling, no school so far. I mean, right now we're 3 weeks, the first 3 weeks are online for my daughter in elementary. So now we're just taking it one day at a time, but having a lot more family time and playing games and making crafts and I don't know, just taking time to be together. So it's good.
That's good. I'm glad you guys are appreciating those moments. I can tell you there have definitely been a few days I have asked my husband to quarantine himself.
Yes.
I just need a break. I miss my girlfriend. Like, I love you, but
yes,
so,
totally.
You know, it's also, you know, taking a deep breath and going, okay, there is good in this.
Yes.
And just like you know, the hecticness, the driving around, the rushing to get places, like, I don't miss that.
Yeah, and I think feeling like you have to go to so many things because that's kind of what's expected, you know, like, oh, I can't miss a birthday party because, you know, they came to ours, or, you know, like things like that, where when you just can't go anymore, or, you know, people aren't doing it, then your schedule frees up quite a bit. I do miss, you know, seeing my friends and family more often and stuff like that. But, you know, I have seen them. It's just not nearly as often.
Yeah, Zoom just isn't the same. We tried to do that with my brother and his family up in Iowa, and we all, you know, we sat down for dinner, they sat down, we pulled up Zoom, and I was like, we can't hear you, what? You mean,
no, I hear you. We have had the same.
So what are the top 3 things that you miss the most? I know you mentioned seeing family, seeing friends. Is there anything else on that list that you would say that you miss since March?
Just, you know, being spontaneous, I think, like, let's go to dinner, or I mean, not that we can't now, but you think about things a little bit more, or let's go shop, or I don't know. I just feel like everything's a little bit more calculated, and you have to kind of think about what you're doing before. So I miss being able to do that, and then just hugging people. Like, I'm a hugger. I miss like personal contact. Like, I don't know. It just seems weird to see people that you love and just be like, hey.
It's gotta be hard.
Or we like elbow bump, you know.
It's got to be hard for you guys too, because I know you've got some virtual classes for MOMLETA, but then you've also got some in-person classes now too, which is amazing that you guys are able to socially distance outside, give the moms a great workout, get them out of the house. I mean, it's must be great for them and their little ones, but to not be able to say hello and a hug after not seeing each other for a few months, it's got to be
for sure. Or to not, like, I mean, I haven't really had this happen, thankfully, but like a lot of times, as you know, like the instructor will help with kids who are like a crying baby or something, like, oh, let me hold him so you can work out. There's none of that anymore. Or, but it has been nice to see the moms. You can tell that they're really excited to be back in person, and everyone kind of stays for a while after class, just like talking, because everyone misses the interaction and the just face to face.
And you know, that was one of the first things you said that attracted you to MOMLETA when you became a member, was the community, and that you built some of your best friendships there. So I appreciate, you know, that we're all collectively navigating through this in a way that we can still maintain those connections. And you know, it's just different right now. You know, everyone needs to be safe and do what they're comfortable with their family. So can you come up with 3 things that you actually don't miss that you're hoping that when and if life returns to normal at some point, that you're like, okay, I want to not have that back in my life?
I mean, there's still a level of chaos, but I think the extreme level of chaos that I feel like there is when you have a million different things going, dance class and school and play dates and things like that. And then, you know, I do not miss, like, it's nice relying more on going online, like being able to shop and have things delivered. Like, I don't miss running all over to like get my every grocery. Like, I don't know about you, but I can't get everything at one store, so you have to have multiple stops. So it's nice to like
Same.
Amazon Prime or Amazon Fresh some of this stuff, and not be just going in the car all the time, and I don't know, fill my car up a lot less and spend a lot less time in the car. So I don't think I'll miss that. If, you know, if I could be at home more, that would be awesome.
Yeah, well, that's good. Hopefully just even increasing your awareness about what you don't want to bring back in your life will help you be more aware, you know, moving forward, especially with the kids starting school. I know your oldest is off to college soon.
I know, so crazy.
So crazy. So, all right, little fun here for our last question, Kasey. If you had $10,000 and 2 weeks to travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and who would you go with?
So, you know, assuming that COVID wasn't a thing, and I mean,
oh yes, we're totally making that.
Well, yes, yeah. I mean, I've always wanted to go to Italy. Well, I've been to Italy, but I've wanted to go to Italy with my husband and do like a tour of all the cities. So I've only been to one city in Italy, really. And actually, we're kind of saving up to go for my 40th birthday. Like that's our trip, our dream trip, to go for 2 weeks to Italy. And I mean, if I could have my kids there for like 1 week and then with my husband in the other, I don't know if we're just dreaming here.
Yes, we are.
I would like to include them, you know, in a little of it, but also have some one-on-one time with my hubby too. I think that's what I would do.
I love it.
Yeah.
Where was the city in Italy you went to?
I went to Milan.
Was that when you went to see your sister?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great. Was that last year or the year before?
That was last year,
okay.
Summer. Yeah. So, I mean, it was pretty, but it's, I would love to see Rome and Venice and all the places. Milan is obviously like the fashion capital. And I'm not as big into fashion as she is. She was there modeling actually, which is awesome. But yeah, for me, I would rather, you know, go see the canals in Venice and go to Rome and see all the history, you know, the fountains, all the things. Yeah, I would like to see other parts of Europe too. So, I mean, I guess if we're dreaming, we could just do a European tour.
That sounds wonderful. You might need a little more than 2 weeks though.
Yeah, probably, but yeah. So.
Wonderful. Well, Kasey, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing a little bit more about yourself and your family and your wild and crazy dreams. I love it. Keep dreaming. And in the post, we will put the links to your social media pages. So if anyone knows any moms in the Frisco Plano area of Dallas, Texas, they can send them your way. Thanks again so much for joining us. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.